the next quote is something that you also rarely find on YouTube nor in any language course. People don't teach you how to learn. You don't have to become a learning expert, but when you know how to learn, you can indeed benefit from something like YouTube at one point, or you can work with materials from the real world because you understand how to look at them, how to analyze them, how to put them together again, and how to digest them. So, and this is something that you find on unrelated, language unrelated YouTube videos. You find people who show you mnemonics. That's something that you can actually learn on YouTube indeed. But mnemonics are entertainment as well. Yeah, because they are very often used out of context. At best, it's a sport. And sport is entertainment. Now, after all this lamenting and commenting, here the good news. Let's see what comes. Yeah. So when you learn German, I hope you work with something that provides you with structure and with feedback and with care and love, because it's a long journey. It can be rough at times. Life gets in the way. It's nice to have support. It's nice to have someone there with you. YouTube doesn't provide that. But in addition to having this course, for example, you can use YouTube to test your German, to get input that is original, that is authentic. If you look at textbooks from language schools that are mostly in German language as well, or you look at these series like Nico's Weg or something like that, sure, you can watch that. And you can read these books, but they are just close to telephone book level or dictionary level. Nico's Weg people like, it's all good, but it's fake content. So why would you actually take fake content if you could deal with original stuff? And how to deal with original stuff, your German course is supposed to show you. If it doesn't, it's not a proper German course. It's just something to entertain you, to keep you in there for as long as necessary. There's one platform that I see has good intentions, and that's Deutsche Welle, Learn German. You can check that out as well. They are non-profit, and that's what I like as well. I wish I could be non-profit, but they also, I think, co-produced Nico's Weg, but they do a lot of unnecessary stuff as well. My suggestion is you really look at real stuff. For example, talk shows. In talk shows, people talk and they exchange things. It's real life German. You see what people say under stress, because sitting in a TV show is stress. Look at original content. Look at stuff that you are interested in German, that is not created for the purpose of learning German. Look at motivational stuff. That's stuff I sometimes post. I use YouTube as a marketing tool to lure you in, to show you, look, this is what I do, but in the end, you need more structure. And I show videos of people sometimes who have learned German and they share their struggles. So that is very motivating to see you're not alone. That's a way to use YouTube to feel connected and, yeah, to not be alone. Dokus are a beautiful way to practice your listening skills. Yeah, I love to watch documentaries. Another thing are movies and short movies. You can use YouTube or anything else for this. Movies, and you use them with subtitles. Make sure they have a German dubbing, because you want to hear the German language. And English subtitles to be able to understand it, and German subtitles for a third or fourth watch of them when you already know the movie by heart. Short movies are advantageous because you don't need to sit in front of a movie for 2 hours in order to get to the conclusion of things. A short movie of 6 to 10 minutes is perfect, maybe 15 minutes for advanced learners. But this is a doable amount of time. Movies are very heavy. And if you take short movies, you take a lot of that weight off them. Interviews are gorgeous. If you have any German that you like, let's say a soccer player, you just look for the name and interview, and then you will see that. It's just natural German. It's exactly what you want later to understand. To let you know, that doesn't mean, all these things do not mean that you will understand everything right away, or even much if you're a beginner, I nevertheless recommend that you expose yourself to this material to a certain extent, depending on the amount of time you have. 5 to 10 minutes a day here, 5 and 10 minutes a day there. And I call this passive listening, because what you will take in is the voice, the melody, maybe pick up a word here and there. People use words several times to fill gaps. These are words you can use to fill gaps, unless they are like, yeah, but sometimes, yeah, you see when people don't really know what to say, they use filler words, and these are useful for you. Yeah. Music videos. Some people like to learn German with music. Everybody loves Rammstein, or at least knows them. Music is a bit specific because it's difficult to possibly understand what they are singing, but you can always look for the lyrics on the internet. You will always find a page that has the lyrics in German. So that was a pretty short one, actually. I'm happy to do the Q&A, and later there's one more thing. If you want to try my first lesson for free, which of course takes care of all the things I've mentioned, just take a picture of that thing or go to smartergerman.com and try the first lesson for free. Yeah, and that shows you everything. And if you like it, beautiful, continue. If you don't, no harm done. Go to Deutsche Welle, enjoy Nico's Weg, and enjoy YouTube, whatever you do. Yeah, but use YouTube as an entertainment tool. Don't think you're learning anything with YouTube. You will learn something. You are a learning machine, but YouTube is not a place to do proper learning. Now, I open the discussion, and let's see what you have to say. It's a really short one. I should do more of these. Yeah. You can type. Maybe we can also have like a couple of speakers, but I would limit your speaking to 3 minutes. Yeah, you can raise your hand to speak, and then I would let you speak. So good. So any questions? It doesn't have to be related to YouTube. You can also share any criticism. I have a platform, a Smarter German community, in which there is a channel solely with recommendations for movies, series, music, books, and everything that you should use to entertain yourself, yeah, in German. Good stuff, real stuff, not fake stuff. And that's for those who work with my paid courses. But you can easily find things in other forums like Reddit or TikTok. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. About a conversation tutor, what is your advice? At which points to get one? How often? Okay. I'm still, unless you're very, very filthy rich and you just really want to support some nice human being who likes to talk in German with you, I only recommend using a conversation trainer for preparing for the oral exam. It's a very targeted, very clear target that you should hire someone for to work with. You might need anything between 5 and 10 sessions, sometimes more, sometimes more or less at the lower end. But that's a purpose that I can justify paying for a tutor. You can do it also if you don't have an aim. In my experience, it's rather a waste of money. German tutors worldwide disagree. German learners worldwide disagree with this point of view, and I do not care. It's my experience and my logic, and the reason behind that is that you want to speak German with someone who actually wants to connect with you. Yes, a German tutor that you pay can connect to you on a certain level, but there will always be a hierarchy. You pay them. They will try to please you. This is not real life. It's okay. It's a safe environment. There is advantages to do so, but it costs a lot of money. So if you have money, no problem. If money is tight, work with a course that teaches you how to prepare speaking, and then at one point get the hell out of there and try. Yeah. by all means, don't believe a word I say. Try it yourself and make your own experiences. But this is the conclusion of 30 years of being a student myself, having been in many language exchanges and having had many tutors as well myself, private and group. But I'm not against people trying a tutor. But if you do hire a tutor, make sure you ask yourself after every single session, was this worth my time, my money? If not, look into it. Why not? If you were not motivated, look at your motivation, see whether that can change. If not, save your money. If the tutor was not motivated, get your money back. Try again, give him another chance. Yeah, people need some time to get used to each other. But if you are unsure, yeah, make sure. Very simple. You're paying a lot of money, even if it's $10, you very likely have to work hard for that money. Then do so. But it's tricky. I always compare it to, and I know I'm a bit crass here, but compare it to paying for sex. Totally legit for me. Comes with a lot of problems as well, but you cannot expect love from such an encounter. And my aim is to really look for people that actually want to connect to you. When I was in Poland 20 years back, I met a young man in the computer room. And somehow we connected instantly. And he almost all the time, well, mainly spoke Polish with me. I had a base already, so a small base, but yeah, he was persistent. He invested 2 hours of his time, mostly speaking in Polish with me. And only when I really got lost, he spoke German or English with me because he was fluent in both. And that kind of dedication you don't find necessarily often. So it's tricky. Yeah. And it's also, it worked because I'm a special kind of learner. I was also very actively studying the language, but it's look for someone like that who is interested in you. Yeah. So don't hire them unless you are like 8 to 6 weeks before an oral exam. Any tips for remembering the first participle and second participle? First participle is nothing to remember, Muli. First participle is just adding a D to the infinitive. Lachend, gehend, sehend, hörend. Nothing to remember. A past participle, the second one, I have a whole app which you can find if you search for Smarter German. Irregular verbs wizard by Smarter German. And it's a free app you can find in Google Store and iOS Store. And that will teach you that. My favorite German music, Max. I don't know. I listen to different things over time. I listened to Nena in the beginning. Unfortunately, she took an interesting turn towards the dark side recently, but that doesn't make her music less enjoyable. There was Philipp Poisel in the time, a couple of rather Liedermacher that I also liked, but I don't listen to music on a constant basis, at least not this kind of music. I more listen to electronic stuff. I need to go, but I would love to drop you a line as soon as I get back into learning. Pierre, you're welcome. Yeah, have a lovely evening, and feel free to contact me anytime. Yeah. What's about YouTube channel called Easy German? They also do podcasts with subtitle while they speak. I can read what they say. What do you think about that? It's good practice. Yeah. The interviews are actually liked and interesting. So they help. They always show both subtitles. You have to decide which one to look at. But they're cute people. They are lovely people. They have a good agenda. But I cannot recommend their teaching parts. Where they teach, they do the same mistakes as many other YouTubers. They just present stuff to you without truly having understood it. Yeah, they know this is when you say this, but that's something you can observe yourself. You need someone to make sense of things at times when there is sense to be made of. When there is no sense to be made of, you need someone to show you how to learn this by heart without too much effort. And this is what I do. And Easy German, it's not that trade. They're lovely interviewers, lovely people. Yeah, so take a look at that channel. but the teaching is flawed as most other teaching on YouTube. Yeah, I also want to be clear. I'm not teaching on YouTube. I'm really just putting stuff out there so you see what I do and you look at my homepage. I'm not a YouTuber and possibly never will be. I enrolled in your A1 to B course. Klauster, yeah, I want to learn German from B2 to C1. Can you please suggest some affordable language school in Germany which also provide language visa? I have to show language school visa to get a visa in India. I would have to Google language school Germany language visa. So you have to do it yourself, and you just take any school. You just call them or write to them, say, hey, do I get a language school visa from you? And here we go. Maybe you start with ask what's the minimum period of time you need to register there in order for them to give you that visum, or maybe you need to be registered for 6 months. Take the cheapest school out there. And after 6 months, do your own thing, unless you really enjoy the school and you have a blast at that place. B2, C1 in a language school is not as bad as it is in the beginning. So you'll be fine. Take the cheapest. Yeah, but maybe also look for reviews. If you really want to take these classes, then look for reviews of that school and take the bad reviews always seriously. Yeah, good reviews are usually, or can be fake, not are usually, that's wrong. Bad reviews, nobody will fake. It could be from competitors, but that's also very easy identifiable. Yeah,